Good morning, traders. Welcome to the live training room. I hope you're all doing well this morning. Those that haven't watched yesterday's video, I have indicated in the live trading room exactly how the website operates. So if you want to get a good understanding about the website and where to find the information and charts, please refer to yesterday's videos, the live trading room video. So this is where under members areas, this is where you'll find all the charts. You'll find them under members area. All the group pairs are under the members area tab. Okay, let's log in here onto the website and look at some charts. So the difference between this morning session and the afternoon session is that here we are not doing medium to long-term analysis. I'm simply looking for short-term trade setup, not necessarily short-term, but rather entry opportunities for trades that we can hold for the long or medium to long term, depending on the structure. Right, so I'm on the US dollar pairs and I want to look at Euro US dollar. So Euro US dollar, this is what we are looking at on the 4 hour. But if you remember, the 1 hour was always been to get a move to the upside, get a pullback and push to the upside. We took the trade here. We've got a trade set up on Euro here, and then we were looking for this one to push a little bit up higher and give us a pullback. Looks like this pullback is now starting. You can exit the trade or you can decide to hold until you get this corrective structure, as long as your stop loss is still in here. Okay, so this is where we are with the Euro US dollar, almost back to entry here around these levels. So you may want to just exit the trade and wait for an entry after it has given this corrective structure, because that's what we're looking at. If you look on the 1 hour, let's check the 1 hour. So the 1 hour, you will see that this is the 5 waves that we've been expecting, and we've been expecting that pullback to now happen after the 5th wave. So we are looking for this wave 2. So this wave 2 can pull back up to about 50%. Let's remove all of this and I'll plot them together with you so you can see where I was looking at with that. Let's take off the blue box as well. So the blue box is the area where we looked to buy Euro US dollar, and it was based off on this structure. This is the 3 waves here, 3 down, 3 up, and 3 down. But it's actually here. The blue box is actually here. This is where the equal legs are between this and this. But it pushed up a little bit lower to this level, which is still acceptable because according to the rules and the guidelines, this wave, rather the wave Y or the C wave of an ABC structure can be anywhere between 0.61, can be anywhere below the low of the B and 1,618. And I'll show what I mean by that just now. So let's show that with the structure. I think it's more clear when we show with the structures. Just to remind you of the rules and the guidelines there. Let's put in the 1,618 here as well. So we'll put in 0,618 and we'll put in the 1,618 as well. Okay, so that's what we have there. Let's put the blue box properly. That is where it's supposed to be. Okay, I need to align it here so it fits exactly where it's supposed to. So I don't want to force it. I want to make sure that all the points are sitting where they're supposed to. There we go. Right, so this is our blue box. So the blue box essentially is this. Equal legs here between this and that. These are the equal legs. So the blue box is here. Okay, that's where we projected that we're going to get our reversal. We got here, we got this bounce. We thought that was the one. It actually makes one more down, but it was actually giving us a 3-wave structure here. As you can see, this is an ABC corrective structure in the lower degree. It's another ABC corrective structure in the lower degree, ABC corrective structure in the X degree. So essentially we had a W, an X, and a Y that was a little bit longer than the W. So that Y is valid up until the 1,618, as long as it is below the 100% there of this wave here. As long as it's below there, that Y is valid. It can be even 1, this could have been even longer. As long as it is within this range, that's fine. But typically 90% of the time they reverse within the blue box, and 70% of the time almost exactly right at the touch of the blue box. That's where they reverse. Now, what has happened from there? We've got that reversal from the blue box. Let's just clean this up a bit. We got the reversal from the blue box. We want to do an update now as to where we are. We got the reversal from the blue box with this impulsive move to the upside. That is the impulsive move, and this is the pullback that we've been expecting to happen. Now, interestingly, this pullback is happening exactly at the 50% retracement of this whole move. Now, if we take the retracement tool from exactly where that move started to here, to the bottom here, you will see that that's exactly where we are. We're currently at the 50% retracement, and this is why we are looking for now this pullback. Okay, so this pullback will determine how far this will be. The deeper it is, the smaller will be the move to the upside, and it will likely not break to the upside here. But we'll be looking for a simple three-wave pullback here, whichever structure it plays out on. So by whichever structure, I'm referring to a corrective structure, whether it can be a zigzag or a flat. So it can do this 1, 2, 3, but we'll still be looking for this as a flag and then upside, or it can make a flat correction as follows: 3, 3, 3, 3 with a 5 waves there, or with a 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 with 3 waves there. So we will know which structure this is, and then we will look for this to push to the upside. Then we can possibly break to the upside here and go for that those 5 waves that we're looking for here. So we're currently here looking for this pullback. Watch out for this. This will be a trade setup for upside when this is done. Those who like trading trend lines, typically you'll find that this actually retests this level here. But with the way this is playing out, this is too far for this to be retesting that level over there, and it has not actually even broken this structure here, so that a trend line will not work here. So we're only looking at this as a channel as follows. So let's just crop this one here and make a channel here. It doesn't want to move alone. Let's just make a channel. Just have to make a channel here. Let's see what this looks like. We're only channeling here. So this is where we are. So that's our channel. You'll see that with the channel, we're not trying to make a trend line. We're only looking at the structure here. Okay, that's what we're looking at here. So we'll be looking for this corrective structure here and then upside. So not new trade set up there. If you've been holding on to that trade, you can hold on to it, or if you like, you can exit and look for a new entry. You have not lost the trade as yet. You should be at break even, not even at break even. You should be in profit still, because this is where the trade happened. So you're still about 40, 50 pips in profit on that. So that's still okay to take the money and go. All right, let's go to the DXY. The DXY is just the inverse of what we're looking at on it's just the inverse of what we've looked at on Euro US dollar. So we've made a move to the downside as follows. So are we looking for now a pullback? Let's just look here. I just want to bring the DXY and the euro, because this is supposed to be correlated. If the DXY is pulling back to the upside, the euro must be pulling to the downside. Let's put the two charts on the same screen. So I've got the DXY on the left hand side. I have got the euro on the right hand side, both of them on the 4-hour. As you can see that's what we have there. This was an old trade setup, already done and dusted. Okay, we've got those two charts. Let's take this off. All right, now we've made 3 waves to the upside on the euro. We've made 3 waves to the downside on the DXY. Let's switch them both off. Now we've made the pulsing moves to the downside. Let's just use a different color there. We are now looking for a 3-wave pullback on Euro US dollar to the upside as follows. sorry, this is the DXY on the left-hand side. So you're looking for a pullback to the upside. With the euro, you're looking for a pullback to the downside as follows, so that when this pullback is done, we then resume a move to the upside. We then resume a move to the downside, possibly to retest the low here and even lower. Let's just draw this one straight here and this one straight there. Okay, so that's what we have got there on the euro US dollar and the DXY. Let's look at pound US dollar. Let's go back to one chart. Let's go to pound US dollar. Pound US dollar has made an interesting structure here. We saw yesterday, it's actually a bit tricky now, and we're going to need to wait for confirmation on this one, because what this looks like now, looks like we've had a three-wave move to the downside, and this is the orthodox low here. This is the orthodox low on the pound, and this looks like it has made a 3 up, a 3 down, and a 3 to the upside, giving us this corrective structure. And what is interesting is that these three waves has come to the 50% of this whole move. This is retraced to the 50% of this whole move. Are we going to get the pound doing this before we make a push to the upside? So let's watch this. There are two possibilities there. Either that correct, because this has gone up in 3 waves now instead of 5. Now, if we don't push up from current levels, we're going to see an impulsive move to the downside here. Let's do this here. Let's go to the fib and project this. We are exactly at the 50 to 61% of that move. This is the 50 to 61% area, and that area is exactly at the blue box area of this. Let's show the blue box area with the red degree. If I had to project the blue box for this, this will be the equal legs right there on the 50 to 61.8. So there's likelihood that this actually makes a move to the downside with another 3 waves. I'm going to take this off so you can already see that that is at the confluence of the blue box as well as the 51% retracement, so we can get this structure around that level again. So let's watch this area for a move. So we're going to have to check also. We're going to have to check what the indicator is telling us on this. Let's get the daily first, and then we'll come to the 4-hour. Let's clean it up. Let's clean up here, clean up here, clean up. Now the question here is whether this is now going to do this, or we're going to get this one going sideways. So that's what we need to wait for. If we go sideways, then we are going to retest the 144, and that's about 500 pips from current levels. So that's the trade that we're going to get to at least break the previous high here and go to 144. I'll show why we need to break to get to about 144, 147. So either way, whether we come down here, we are looking for this to get to 144. Okay, whether we come down here or we correct from here and push up higher, we're looking for around 144, 145. So I'm still gonna show you why we're expecting that move. So either way, we are not gonna miss this trade just because we've got two alternatives. Whichever one is gonna confirm. If it confirms from here, we should be able to catch it because we'll be able to get, the indicator will tell us, as well as the structure, that this is ready to make a push to the upside. Similarly, if we do get here, the same thing. Right, so the reason why we are talking about 144 is this here. Let's go to the chart on the site. Let's go to pound US dollar. Pound US dollar weekly chart. See, this is where we are with the weekly chart. This is the reason why we are looking for that 144, 145. It's on the weekly chart. This move looks very small, but on the lower degree, you can see that's about 400, 500 pips up to here, maybe even break to the upside here. We're simply looking to complete this corrective structure here. So we'll be looking to break to the upside here up to that level. That's what we're looking at here. So the correction is currently this. It can push up from current levels, or it can give us that one more down that I'm referring to before we push to the upside. Either way, we are looking for this level here, that trade to the upside. That's what we're looking at there. Right, so that is pound US dollar chief. So US dollar chief, we may just get a 3-wave pullback here. We've made a straight line impulse here. We may just get a 3-wave pullback here, not necessarily a trade to the upside. As you've seen, the DXY is pulling to the upside, euro is pulling back. So this makes sense that the US dollar chief gives us either a sideways or a pullback here. Then that would be a nice trade to look out for the downside here. That is a US dollar chief. US dollar CAD, right? So you have to look at US dollar CAD at current levels. If we stay here long enough, we are going to see this move. We may even get these 300 pips to this level at least and get this 3-wave structure. So US dollar CAD at current levels, if you get a setup here on the 4-hour, that will be a nice trade to look at. Let's go to the 4-hour. So just remember, we are not done with the move to the downside on US dollar CAD. Even if we do push up to this level, we may still come to the downside. So let's go to the 4-hour and see how this is playing out. So we have, before we go to the 4-hour, we are at the bottom here and we're slightly above 50 on this on the RSI. So what we want is for this to break to the upside. If we do not, and we start coming down here, we are still going to come back here and try to break this. Okay, so they don't make it that obvious. So if we come down to this level, we'll be looking for that move there. Why? What structure would we have there? It would be a structure like this. We'll have this and we'll have this. That will be a WXY pullback, and the wider it is, or the more sideways it goes, that means it won't go very far here as well, and it will do this. So that is the structure that we will have. So let's see here. If it fails to break, which looks like it may fail, that is also okay, because we'll be coming down here for 1 and then upside. Let's go to the lower degree on the 4-hour. So on the 4-hour, as much as this is not a trade setup, looks like this is not going to break to the upside. It doesn't matter what we're seeing with the naked eye. This is what we're seeing. What we want is this, a correction here and then a push to the upside, but that should come with this at the bottom. At the moment it's at the top and this is above 50, so there's no confirmation for a trade to the upside. So if this was happening and this was at the bottom, then we were going to be convinced that this is going to actually break to the upside. So as it is, these are 3 waves to the downside, and this looks like it's going to give us, as you've seen on the daily, a 3-wave move as follows, and then we're going to have one more down in the yellow degree. Just 1 second there. Battery looks like it's not plugged.